because I believe that people remember stories more than facts. Lakhs of rupees cannot do that what a phone call can do. What I believe is events fail and people don't fail.
How was your weight loss journey?
When I looked at myself externally into that picture of mine, I said that this is not what I want to see. I had almost reached a weight of around 135 and from there I lost almost around 45 kgs of weight now. With whatever you do not rate it on a parameter of success or failure. Just enjoy it.
Shabbir, I must say you have not changed at all.
I had started my career as an interior designer. And at that time, I was not even sure whether I could afford a 100 square feet office.
Let me introduce to you Honorable Mr. Shabbir Sabuwala. Wellness and mindful awareness leads to harmonious success. Yes, rightly said. Mindful awareness is a must. And when we have this mindful awareness, then wellness becomes just as easy. Unlike we breathe in air or we have ample sunlight and water, so is wellness. So let's hear out how wellness is made easy through the Glamowell way by this PP podcast. We have a proud pro-luxurian today. Let me introduce to you Honorable Mr. Shabbir Sabuwala. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our PP podcast.
Thanks a lot, Prachiti, for hosting me today. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and let me tell our audience that Mr. Shabbir Sabuwala is the founder director for 3 big companies. He's an architect by profession and by his passion, he's an author. He is also into more artistic nature that we will explore later ahead as we move forward in the interview. As well as he has written a best selling book by the name The Growing Years, An Opportunity for Success. So we would love to hear from you. And we are honored to have you because I feel that you are a pro-luxurian. You know, you have been able to balance both the wellness aspect and the success aspect, which demands a lot of time. You're also an executive director of BNI West Pune. And oh my God, even joining for BNI, I felt it so overwhelming, you know, giving referrals, attending meetings every Thursday. And you are an executive director there since 2015. And it must be so overwhelming, or how do you maintain this work-life balance of yours? We would like to know more about.
Actually, what happened, Prachiti, was I had started my architectural journey in 99. I passed out in college in 99.
Okay.
And 2007 was when I got introduced to BNI. And very frankly, at that point of time, because of a lot of work stress, we did very, very well in Design 7 and we had a lot of work which was flowing in.
Yes.
And the work stress was so high and I thought the best way to do a little bit of stress busting was to actually meet new people and socialize.
Wow. I mean, this is a game changer for me.
And that's when I thought that, you know, if I'm going to do that, why not do it with a group of people who are equally ambitious about growing their business.
Right.
Because finally, I think that was something that always attracted me, and that's when I joined BNI. So I joined BNI in 2007. And 2015 was when we got promoted as the executive directors of BNI Pune West.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, it's such a different perspective of life that has added to your wellness journey, I would say. You know, audience can take from this that, you know, changing your perspective. You also have this serial called Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. So, you know, changing your perspective, rather taking it as stress, taking it as a family. So, BNI becomes your next family who's supporting you both in terms of your wellness, your life, as well as your business. Such a wonderful concept. But you said me that 2007 was more stressful, and now you have, from 2015, you have taken up this rescue room concept, which is an upcoming huge concept that is, you know, you have developed so many franchisees for it. So, you know, how did you add in more stress to your life now with this another field of yours?
Actually, with all the 3 businesses that we did, when we did about Design 7, when we talked about BNI and when we talked about Rescue Room, if you look at the core value, Prachiti, these were all about creating happy spaces or happy environment for people. When we are doing good homes,
okay, right,
okay, it makes people want to come back to their house. When we are talking about BNI, it's again a healthy exercise to meet out with people.
Correct.
Otherwise, today when people are like really into their phones or whatever, and they lose the human touch.
Right.
Okay, and Rescue Room at its core is about bringing entertainment and team bonding together.
Correct. Yeah.
Because what you do at
Exactly.
Rescue Room, what do? You are going to solve puzzles. You are locked with people in a 1 hour. For 1 hour, you're locked with your friends and family in a room,
Okay.
and you have to work with them to try and escape out of the room.
Oh, wonderful. That's an exciting game. I mean, we know a lot of gaming zones these days which are available. You know, kids when my kids are at home, they are like, "Come, mummy, we will go to a mall and we'll go to some gaming zone, etc." But I find rescue room more efficient. You know, that way we are locked in a room. We have to we have no choice but team bonding. You know, we have no choice but sharing each other. Okay, don't get angry, don't be reactive, but become responsive. So I think responsiveness is also added rather than being into reactiveness. So such a lovely concept, and no wonders why it is gaining so popularity. So congratulations to you, Shabbir,
Thank
on
you.
this huge success of Rescue Room. And I feel it's so good that each and everywhere you are, the core concept remains the same at all your three businesses, and merging in happiness with the teams, the team bonding, and which also reflects in your book, I must say. So can you tell us more about your book?
So, the first book that I authored was about growing years, an inspirational story to success. And the idea with that book was to share with people, because there are many interior designers who are not even aware of, a college teaches you, but they are not market ready and they don't really know what to do. So it was a fictional way for me to share my experiences with people.
Right.
And at the same time, it should not become a technical book or a documentary on interior designing. So it was a fun way, a historical way, because I believe that people remember stories more than facts.
Right.
So it was a historical way to actually share my experiences with people in a fun and a nice way.
Wow. Shabbir, I must say you have not changed at all. The core of you, getting people to team bond, getting them to be happy. Like we know each other since more than 18 years. You had designed my home. It is beautifully designed. My home and hospital both at Karmala. Since 18 years, we have been meeting on and off, and the way I see you grow with each and every year, there's a new thing that you are doing, and it's a wow factor. In each and every aspect of your life, you are successful in what you choose, you know it clearly, and you take it ahead in a beautiful, community impacting way, which is what I really like. So you have impacted a lot of communities together and lots of things to learn from you. I feel that, I want to grab the most of good thoughts from you. So let's go for a quick round. We have the second round of this section, which is called the rapid fire round, wherein we will get a lot of tips from you and my audience will also get these tips. So I'll just ask you questions and you just need to answer in either one word or one sentence. So what's your favorite wellness routine?
My favorite wellness routine today would be probably starting the day with I have a nice massage chair at home,
Okay, wonderful.
and I like to start the day with a little bit of a session on the massage chair, a good 20 minutes,
Wow.
and that I think is my best wellness routine.
I think that's such a luxurious wellness way. Wonderful. So best advice you ever received?
Best advice that I have ever received. I think the best advice that I would have probably received is that be around with people, because there is a very, very nice saying that there are times when you want to make things happen.
Right.
Okay. Lakhs of rupees cannot do that, what a phone call can do.
Wow, wonderful.
And that's why you need to be in touch with people. So never ever disconnect with people in your life.
Wonderful. As I always keep on saying, human beings are social, emotional animals. We cannot separate even social things. We cannot separate the emotion things. Although we can dump our emotions, we can neglect our emotions, we won't face them, but at the end, we are human beings with emotions. Animals don't carry emotions. And that's the wonderful piece of advice. You are a morning person or a night owl?
I think morning person, because I normally sleep by around 9:30, 10.
Remember, partying guys is a morning person. Your go-to healthy snack?
go-to healthy snack. I don't know. Actually, Prachiti, I've had a lot of unhealthy snacks. So now whatever I eat is probably healthy.
Yeah, 18 years back, the way I saw you, and now it's a seriously game changer thing, which we will continue in next section of how was your weight loss journey and your upcoming venture regarding that. But now your best way to de-stress.
The best way to de-stress is, I think, finding a way in which you can have maybe 15, 20 minutes of your time for yourself. I am a person who does not believe that maybe even a month-long vacation in a year is as effective as half an hour with yourself every day.
Wow.
So currently, my passion right now is about developing my skills in sketching. And whilst I am sketching,
Yeah.
I spend that time, I spend a few hours with myself. Also, what it helps me do is it keeps me away from TV.
Yeah, wonderful. It's just like meditation, any activity, any creative activity that you are engrossed in. So, may it be paintings that you do, sketching that you are doing currently. You also write poetry. So, we would love to hear your poetry in the next section. But these creative things, they engage your mind and senses so much that you enter in a state of meditation rather than just doing the act of meditating. So, people say, I do 1 hour of meditation every single morning. But it's just an act of meditating. It's not true meditation. So for meditation, yeah, I think that's your go-to secrets, what we are getting to learn on how you are able to handle so many things and aspects. So one thing that you are grateful for today, one thing in your life.
One thing that I'm grateful for having met quite a few wonderful people in my life. I have my partner in Rescue Room and Design 7. I've got Rachna.
Yes.
And
Wonderful person.
she's been an extremely huge support on this. When I started my BNI journey, I have got my co-executive directors, Sunil, Salil.
Okay.
These are a few people with whom this entire journey would not have been possible. And obviously, there is a lot of support from the friends and family. The value of support that I'll tell you, Prachiti, when I had started my career as an interior designer, and at that time I was not even sure whether I could afford a 100 square feet office.
Oh.
At that point of time, there was a statement which my dad had made that you do it, I am behind you, I am with you. And maybe I never needed that support, that physical support, or maybe a financial support from him, but knowing that someone has your back. And these are the people whom I am absolutely grateful for.
Wonderful. That's so thoughtful and wonderful, because I remember when I was doing my anesthesia in KEM hospital. So we usually have 5 OTs which are running, and we have 1 lecturer, and all the juniors are doing everything here and there. And we know that the HOD and our seniors are sitting in the room. So they are there behind our backs, even if they are there, not there. But then that gives us more courage to keep going on ahead. So wow, so wonderful having parents and supporters and people that you say. Truly, I think this is the key for success and your social, mental, emotional well-being, as well as being successful as a business entrepreneur or a person or in any aspect. There are 12 aspects of your life. But when I hear from you, in each and every aspect of your life, you will need people, even if it's a self aspect, like self-care and self-love. Still, we need people who will guide us the right way, right? Or we need that mental, emotional balance, that somebody is there. And for them, I need to stay fit and fine.
Absolutely.
So when I say this, I need to stay fit and fine. I remember you as the Shabbir long back with 135 kgs of weight. When I say this, I feel so heavy, oh my God. And you won't even believe Shabbir, who is sitting in front of you today, has lost so much of weight so easily. So how is that possible? Like, let the audience know.
So, like you said that I had almost reached a weight of around 135, and from there I lost almost around 45 kgs of weight now. I think the simple thing, and very frankly, Prachiti, I never have really gone to a nutritionist or done that. Okay. What I did was I worked on my mindset,
Wonderful.
and I think understanding the food that you eat,
Okay.
that is extremely important. Understanding the food that you eat, understanding the routine that you do. Once you kind of understand it, then you can devise things which work for you. There are people who are more comfortable with dieting. There are people who are more comfortable with exercising. There are people who are more comfortable with concepts like IF. Different concepts are there. So you have to choose your comfort, but for that you have to know exactly what your mindset is.
Right.
Okay, and having said that, today I want to share that I have almost finished writing my book on weight loss, and that's almost around 90% over. And what I am doing is I am not making it about dietary and nutrition and all. Those are technical aspects. I don't know anything about it, Prachiti. But what I know is that if you work on your mindset, then you can achieve whatever you want.
Wonderful. I feel so happy to hear this and even amazed to hear this because at Prolux, at my books also, I keep on saying no diet, no exercise for Glamowell. You know, no diet, no exercise, no meditation. You should not do those acts but rather understand them, and that's exactly what you are already doing. So how did this concept of knowing the mind for losing weight came to you? How did this thought percolate, and what were the exact action steps that you took initially? So now you are a pro at it because you have lost that much of weight. But what was the mindset then? What were the steps that you took?
So I first had to have a reason. Okay, my reason for weight loss would have been twofold. Very simply, one of my reasons was my daughter had gifted me a pair of jeans in which I could not fit into, and I wanted to fit into that pair of jeans.
Wow.
Okay, so that was one of the things that this thing. My second reason was at one point of time I was looking at a picture of mine which was clicked at that point of time, and when I looked at myself externally into that picture of mine, I said that this is not what I want to see.
Wonderful.
And that's when I said that no, I have to take measures for this. Okay, for me it was not really about health. I know it has a lot of health benefits, but it was not about health for me. When I did this, I started with simple steps. One of the things that I feel is that when people decide to go on a weight loss journey or something like that, or a health journey rather, even weight loss, a health journey, they start a lot of things together.
Yeah.
And then when you start a lot of things together, and even if one of them collapses, then you give up.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you take up one thing at a time, so for me the start of journey was one simple decision that I will not have sugar in its visible and invisible formats.
Wonderful. Okay.
And that was a simple, and I am a person who loves sweets.
Yeah, I know. In Kannada, I do know.
So that was one thing that I decided, and it was just one simple step. I did that for a month and a half, and then when I got comfortable with it, I started including a lot of things like green tea and started take it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time, because then your mind is focused and conscious about one thing. Once you get a hang of it, then add in the third one. Don't be in a hurry to lose weight.
Right.
Take it over years, it does not make a difference.
And it does make a difference in the overall personality immediately, you know. If we say, that's what is the key, I feel, you know. If we say people start with, the program or thought of losing weight. And now what happens is, they start with a lot of processes together. Okay, I have to do this. So the entire day is planned, but they forget the fact that the weight gain has happened because of insecure mindset. So most people who are insecure, or those who have not healed their emotions, addressed their emotional needs, they are already insecure. Now when they change the entire environment to I need to be a different person altogether, it gets difficult for the body, mind and the ego, which is the identity, to adapt and adjust to this new routine.
Yeah, that might just stress them out further.
Furthermore, yeah. So it's like, okay, no, I don't want. So that's why more New Year resolutions keep on happening, but they are never completed. And I think the interesting motivational goal that you said is you can put a picture of yours, an older picture of yours, and is this thing that you envision yourself even after 5 years from now? So give it time, like 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and then take it slow, step by step, which is a wonderful tip from you.